My dear friends, I am Siddharam from Nivedita Academy. Today I would like to talk about the para-jumbles in CAT examination. These para-jumbles are most commonly frequently used questions in verbal ability in verbal ability section in CAT examination or some other MBA, that is management entrance examinations. Mostly 3 questions are asked in the CAT examination. This type of questions is commonly said as sentence rearrangement, like that. Questions are covered in these sections are maybe about, there are 3 or 4 sentences, 4 or 5 sentences will be there. They are in a jumbled form. You have to rearrange them in a meaningful paragraph. That is a job the student has to do in the examination. This type of questions, there are 2 confusing choices that sometimes most of the people choose the wrong answers. Okay. The irony is that these questions can be very scoring. Actually, this type of para-jumbles is a easily scoring question. Compared to the reading comprehension question, para-jumbles can be easily scored. You can score easily. Okay, let us talk about that. How to identify the purpose of the passage. You have to, there are some sentences given in the jumbled form. After reading the passage, you should come to a conclusion. What kind of purpose given in this passage? You have to see that one. There are different kinds of purposes. One is solution oriented, explanation, surprise or amazement, anxiety or concern, awareness. These kinds of purposes will be there. What purpose is there in that paragraph? That is the duty of the candidate to see. You find out what purpose is there. What is a solution oriented passage? This kind of paragraphs will explain the problem or issues first, then move on to the possible solutions. First it explains the problem. What is the problem? What are the issues? Then it will go and move to the solutions, finding a possible solution. So that will be that the passage, whole passage will be like this. Or the second type of paragraph, how will be there? That gives the explanation. The paragraph will present a general approach to some concept, then move on to the presenting the idea. It then followed by the specific aspects of the following sentences. It will say the specific aspects of the sentences. Okay. That way you have to see what is the approach. What's the general approach it is given there in the paragraph. Okay. Then what are the, just to explain that approach, what kind of explanations are given there, what kind of ideas are presented there, that you have to see that. That kind of paragraph also may be there. This is there, whether this purpose is there or not in the paragraph, that you have to see that one. Third one is a surprise or amazement. This type of paragraph aims at creating wonder or amazement among the readers. This surprise, what makes them surprised? It will always create amazement to the readers. They will try to find out the solutions for that. How it happens, what is that, like that, they will see that. Whether this paragraph belongs to that type of or not, you have to see that one. Another one is anxiety or concern. This paragraph concentrates on the problems or issue in a way that increases the reader's concern. They are very much bothered about that particular aspect. Okay, reader is concerned about that. It increases the concern of the reader. And describe the features of the issue. What are the reasons that they are the reasons for the reader's anxiety, that causes anxiety. So that will be the purpose of the paragraph. Whether this purpose is there in the paragraph, you have to see whether it is. And another one is awareness. These type of paragraphs first make you aware of the facts or situations. The questions first provide you with the background information, then it will background information first before you proceed to the key issues or problems, the topics discussed. First of all, a background information is given there. Then that background information will talk about the key issues and the whole topic. That discuss about the whole topic. These kinds of purposes will be there. One is first solution oriented, explanation, surprise and amazement, and then anxiety or concern and awareness. Whether these kinds of what kind of purpose is there in the paragraph, that you have to see first. Okay. Then while you do this exercise, you should recognize the sentences. Para jumbled questions. Recognition of sentences is very important. You have to see what is the opening sentence, what is the closing sentence, what are the other pairs of sentences. A pair of sentences also will be there. That you have to see that one. So using these, that is a introductory sentence, the opening sentence, the first sentence, or it is a conclusion. What is a conclusion? Finding that conclusion sentence, and combination of recognition of this flow. How you will find out all this? This can be seen. You can recognize all these things by way of the flow of thought, by seeing the grammatical connective words used there. The verb, nouns, pronouns, relative pronouns, demonstrative pronouns, conjunctions, prepositions, all these things will help you to identify whether these sentences are pairs. Pairs or they are, these things will not be there in opening sentence or conclusive sentence also. The pairs will have these things. Okay, and you can first eliminate that, then you can eliminate. Simultaneous evaluation of choice of elimination. The student should be able to arrive at a correct formation of the paragraph. First you can do that, then you can make a correction. You can change it, whether the pair is correct or not. The first one or later one, that you have to see that one. Accordingly, you can set right. Okay. And the word order, introduction. At the introductory sentence, you will not see that definite article. Mostly you will find only a and, that only. There will not be there. Nowadays, beginning. Mostly these things, these kind of words only will be occurring in the introductory sentence. Conclusive sentence, you will find these kinds of words clearly, thus, therefore, eventually, finally, conclusively. To put it in a nutshell, to summarize, these kinds of words you will find in that conclusive sentence. Some other comparison indicators are there. Similarly, likewise, these will be the pair sentences. Contrast sentences also there, on the one hand, on the other hand, but, yet, still, however, nevertheless, though, although, even though, all these things are there, which says that which we can identify as a contrast indicators. Some other information indicators also there, also, additionally, subsequently, like that. Subsequent indicators also there, firstly, secondly, thirdly, fourthly, like that. Cause and effect indicators also, due to, as, since, these are also there. These all show whether this sentence belongs to, whether it is a first sentence, a topical sentence or not, whether it is a conclusive sentence or it comes as a pair of sentences. Okay, that way you can find out. Approaches. there are a broad approach in solving the jumbled sentence. First of all, you have to read the paragraph, read all the sentences very well. Understand that sentences. Try to understand the message in the paragraph. What message is conveyed in that those sentences. Then what will be, identify the topic and theme of the paragraph. Topic. A theme also. What theme is there? What topic is there? Topic is a general. Theme is a specific, you can say. So then find out, quickly identify the tone and the style of this sentence. What emotion, whether there is any emotional aspect is there in the paragraph. What kind of style is followed in the writing, the manner of writing is there. You can find out. That also will help you to find whether it is a first topical sentence or conclusive sentence or it is a pair of sentences. Your job is to find out first sentence, that's a topical sentence, what is a conclusive sentence, what are the pair of sentences, that only. Look for the crucial clues or linking words or mandatory pairs, introductory statement or conclusion statement, as we discussed earlier. These are the things very, very important. Linking words. What are the linking words? Whether they are giving the pair of mandatory pairs or not. Whether they are giving the statement, introductory statement, whether it is a conclusive statement, that you have to find out while answering the questions. To take the help of these options, you can solve this question. Okay, these options you can keep it always in mind before you answer the question. Let me give you some guidelines for solving the para jumbles. Forming a mandatory pairs. How you will find out the mandatory pair. These pairs, the first sentence will come. Which one comes first? Which one comes later? That will be a confusion to your mind while you find out this. First, you will find out a conclusion. You find out the introductory sentence. You find out the conclusive sentence. The remaining are pair of sentences, mandatory pairs only. That way, in the mandatory pair, which comes first, which comes later, that you have to identify. Whenever you sense a mandatory pair, just look at the choices. If only one choice as a pair, that will be the correct answer. Only one choice, you don't have any confusion, then that is a correct answer. But obviously, more than one choice, sometimes you will have. At the time, you have to analyze it again and again, find out which one comes first, which one comes later. You make use of some tactics, so you will follow the tactics. Then the tactics is nothing but sense the meaning of the paragraph. That only is that, right? The next, how to identify the topical sentence or introductory sentence or lead sentence. It would be normally that introductory sentence normally will not start with the following words. You will not find the words with and, so, moreover, like these are the carry forward words. These words will not be there. And the contrast words also will not be there. But, however, nevertheless, these are the contrastive words. These also you cannot find. These mostly will be in the pair of mandatory pairs only will be finding. Conclusive words, finally, thus, eventually, these occur only in that conclusive words only. That contrastive word, but however, now that you can see only in the pair of sentences. These will not occur in the introductory sentence. Oh, okay. When you see these kinds of words, you can decide. This is not the point of beginning. This is not the starting point. It's not the introductory sentence. You can eliminate the wrong options. Obvious conclusions. What are the conclusion? Mostly the conclusion which comes to the end. It usually happens when one of the conclusive words comes in the sentence. You can easily find out conclusively like that. Logical flow. That also you have to see. when 1 and 2 can provide good clues, many students are able to look at the logical flow of ideas and correct the para jumbles also. 1 and 2 are tools which can supplement the logic. Okay. So this you have to see that one. Make use of options. Options are very important, whether it is an introductory paragraph or it is a conclusive paragraph. After answering all these 4 sentences, making a paragraph, just to see whether they give the correct formation of paragraph, whether they give the logically they are properly arranged or not. Okay. Then that way you can do which one comes beginning, which one comes at the last, which one comes in the middle. All these things you have to see that one, and accordingly you can fit the sentences and you make a paragraph. The tricks to solve the para jumbles. You must follow general and to specific rule, general concept, general approach. You have to go to the specific. That means you should move from the introductory sentence to the conclusive sentence. Then in between you will have some other details given there. Okay. Try to find a sentence which introduces a topic. First sentence always a topical sentence that gives an idea. Then this will be a opening sentence. And then closing sentence, generally a concluding statement which will not introduce the new idea, but it gives a conclusion. So you can say that it's a conclusive idea. Another trick is a para jumble is a mandatory pass. Mandatory pass will normally necessarily come together only. In the 2 sentences, which one comes first, which one comes later. That you have to decide. Just to see the meaning of the paragraph. Right. The key to solve these para jumble questions is to identify these connected pairs of statements. Okay. How to identify the mandatory pairs? How to identify? Noun forms are there, or pronouns are also there. So these you can replace. The nouns can be replaced by pronouns. Okay. Sometimes you will see that last word maybe the object will be the subject of the sentence. In the next sentence, the last the previous sentence will be the that particular word may be the object, and that will be the subject of the next sentence. That will be there. That also you can it will also help. Subject similarities. 2 statements based on the subject form a pair. 2 statements are there. They are saying about the same subject. So in that case, which is said first, which comes later. That you have to see. The time sequence also very important. Time-based events. Okay, that also very important. Whether it is past, present, future, that order will be there. That also will help you. Some of the paragraphs will be like this. Chronological order will be there. Year, date, time, all these things may be mentioned. That will also will help you to write the orders in sequential order, logical order. Okay. Some other transition words also will help you to find this pair of words, mandatory pairs. Also, as well as, besides, furthermore, in addition, likewise, moreover, similarly, consequently, hence, for one thing, above all, aside from, besides, in other words, instead, likewise, one on the other hand, on one hand, on another hand, rather, meanwhile, next, then, soon, in conclusion, after all in all, to sum up. These words will help you to find whether this mandatory pair of sentences. Okay. Spotting the link and eliminating the options. Adverbs, conjunctions, coordinating conjunctions, pronouns, that will help you. Adverbs, even also still, however, nevertheless, these adverbs always help 2 or more sentences. Okay. Conjunctions or subordinating conjunctions also will help you to identify. It will not be there in the first sentence actually, last sentence also, but it will be only in the pair of the mandatory pairs only. As soon as though, because, before, in order that, since, unless, until, when, whenever, where, whereas, wherever, and why. This also will help you to find the mandatory pairs and some coordinating conjunctions like for, nor, and neither nor, not only but also, either or, yet. So these will also help you. Pronouns will help you to find which one comes first, which one comes later, like that. Articles, a and an, a or an, they are indefinite articles that occurs only in the initial first sentence only, the topical sentence only. Suppose for example, I went to a forest. First you say a forest. Then you say in the forest. You are mentioning the same forest. So you are using the forest. In the forest, the different article. In the forest, I saw a tiger. When you mention the tiger first time, you are using a tiger. You say the tiger saw me. I ran away. That tiger saw me. Which tiger? You already saw the tiger. No, that tiger saw you. That way, it will help you. Whether it is a definite article will be used only in the introductory sentence. Next, the preceding sentences only you will be using the. So that way you can find out the sentences, the jumbled, para-jumbled forms, paragraph, this kind of questions you can answer this way. You can find the whether it is a first sentence or last sentence, or whether it is a mandatory pair. These are the very important you have to find out in the para-jumbleds. So you can answer this very easily. It is a very easy scoring question only. 3 questions will appear in the CAT examination. You can easily answer, you can score also. Thank you very much.